Hey, welcome, you Gen Xers. What I want to go over is something just kind of quick, fast, and easy for you to do while you're watching TV or you're hanging out with your kids, or maybe even some of you guys, like my friends, they have grandkids, or just your dog, your puppies, or your little cats, your kitties. Most people think that they're getting worse because they're getting older, but it's mostly because your kinetic chain is not functioning right. And one of the first things to go is your mobility. So what I like to do with almost all my clients, well, actually with all my clients, is like I like to put them through this thing. I call it like the floor mobility drills, and they are just based on a lot of the dynamic neuromuscular stabilization stuff. Is basically just to get you on the floor and get you moving. So the first thing that we always start with is just kind of on your back and just grabbing your shins and trying to lengthen out your spine, flatten out your back, and work on breathing all the way into with your diaphragm. So you're trying to breathe into your low back and trying to push your intestines, everything down against your pelvic floor. And you hold, exhale. And actually, you should try to breathe in and out through the nose. That's the main thing. And you're just trying to slow and just wait till your breathing kind of settles into a normal breathing pattern. Now, ideally, you'd want your breathing to be, around 6 to 10 breaths per minute. A lot of people are up to 14 to 20. So just kind of be aware of that when you're on your back. So I'm in there. Then I'll put my feet down in this position here. And I'll just put my arms out and I'll let my butt stay on the ground, my low back of my butt stay on the ground. I'm just gonna bring my knees over this way. And I'll just do a couple breaths. And I'll go here. Don't let your butt lift off the floor. And I'm trying to keep my feet straight. Everything's relatively stacked. And then after that, I'll go here, put my arm down at about, if this is 90, I'll bring it down to 45. And I'll just reach over and I'll stretch. You can see from the back that my spine isn't twisting. All the twisting's happening from my hip and my shoulder here. But it's not, a lot of people do this and they'll just stretch or they'll just yank on their back. And we don't want that. We want everything stacked together. And ideally, if you could bring this leg back a little bit farther. So you just could do a few of those. After I do that, then I just go ahead and do a little marches. And then I do some egg beaters. And you could do this, like I said, before you play golf, after you play golf, before you play pickleball, after you play pickleball, before you swim, surf, whatever it is. Then from there, I like to come into this position here, and I'll imagine just a fish hook underneath my rib cage, and I'll stretch those biceps, keeping the spine nice and stable, and I'll breathe, and I'll put my hands this way, pinky to thumb, and stretching those forearms. Now, the farther away you can get your hands from your butt, just that's something to work towards, but you never want to strain anything. Most people have enough stress in their life. You don't need to add more in there, okay? So then we'll go into this 90-90 stretch here, and we'll try to stretch this front leg, keep this knee down, put this leg back, and you're thinking about being nice and proud like this. You don't want your body to kind of cash you like that. Keep everything straight, stretching through the front, and then we'll bring it around this way. Here, we'll go around this way. Oh, this feels good. This should be stretching in the front, ideally. And you could kind of just go through these, just kind of flow through them if you wanted to, or you could just hold it. Just see what feels good to you. Now what we want to do, we're stretching the front leg. Now in this position, you're just going to get your rib cage and your pelvis to roll over this femoral head. And I want to feel it stretching in this back glute. Some people feel it in here. That's okay. Try to push and create space into this hip. Push this away. Drop the butt down. Lengthen the spine. Take a deep breath in. Try to decompress that whole hip. And we'll go over to the other side. Here, we were stretching the front. We want to bring the hips around. And we drop this down. This is called your obturator internus stretch. We go here and we'll stretch, get nice and long, feeling it in the back glute, ideally. If you don't feel in there yet, that's fine. That just shows you that you need to work on it more. Try not to feel any torque in the knee. No, no, no. Okay? After you do that, you could do kind of a couple windshield wipers. We're just rolling through this stuff. And then after that, we go into the little butterfly. I call this the short butterfly. You have your malleoli in line with the hip, and I'll just kind of go like this, and I'll try to do a little sit on my sits bone, on and off, just gently. You don't want to go to full max flexion or extension. Just find that neutral. Then I go long butterfly, so it's going to be here, feet together. And these are all the lower limb. Eventually, I'll teach you some of these things from Guy Voyer called the Eldoas. And these are all the lower limb part of the Eldoa. Then we'll go here, sit up nice and tall. And you could, like I said, do this while you're watching TV. Do this while you're at your home office on a Zoom call. I don't know. Get creative. The only thing you probably can't do is make something on the stove while you're doing this. So we got here. You could kind of mobilize. You go in sync, out of sync. And then we'll go here. Make sure this is wide. A lot of people swing that like there. I want here, up nice and tall, to this position. And we'll go over to the other one. And you could kind of do windshield wipers, in sync, out of sync windshield wipers too. Making sure you're sitting on the sits bones. After you have that, we'll come here. A lot of people's rib cage flares up. We want to push it down, tuck that rib cage into the guts without the back flattening out. So make sure your back doesn't slam into the floor. You want to think about lengthening, not shrimping. Okay? And then we'll go to the other side. And like if I have a client who had a long night or a long day or a long week, long life, then I probably would just do these things rather than focusing on bench pressing, heavy squats, heavy deads, all that stuff. We want to try to restore your system. And that's what this whole program is about. Restoration. Restore your athleticism. Save it for the court or the surf or wherever, the slopes. Okay, from there, now you might want to put like a towel or a yoga mat, but if you can, we want you to be able to sit like this and just gently stretch wherever you might feel it. Right now, I feel it kind of in my shins. I don't have any quad tightness, so this isn't a problem. I've got other problems, but that ain't one of them. All right, and then we'll go here, put your feet like this, and we're just going to sit on my sits bones and here. You could kind of do cat-cow if you wanted to, or you could just kind of hang out. Ideally, a lot of people, they'll end up doing that. Just do what you can. Don't force it, because we're really just looking for cumulative gains out of this whole program. Then we'll go into cowboy like this, and we're driving this, what we call dorsiflexion, knee over second and third toe, arch up, and we're just going to stretch like that. I'll go through here. And this is gently stretching so that through the soleus. It's really important you do that. You could even put the foot like this, stretch through here. You could even kind of push down through that. Oh, good. We'll do that over here like this. But all I'm trying to do is give you some tools and show you that your body doesn't have to get worse over time. And I was thinking about a good analogy is that a lot of people kind of have one bum shoulder or one bum knee. And it's like they're saying, I'm getting old. But it's like the other one, shoulder, same age, and no problem. So it's not necessarily your age. A lot of times it's this mobility issue that most people have. They've got some kinks in their kinetic chain, and hopefully this floor mobility will help address some of that. So go ahead and check the link in the description if you want more information, and good luck, and we'll see you hopefully in another video.